We're back. It's Saturday again, March 8th, 2025. This is RECOUPERS Saturday Live. We're doing a session today. It's about 2 hours. We like to stick to this. The purpose of this meeting is just to assemble, share where we're at, offer some gratitude, let each other know what's going on, bring value to the people who have found themselves in this network. And yeah, it's pretty simple. We're just going to hang out, chat. We're going to kind of treat this in like a call-in show format, right? We are going to start things off with a prayer, which is kind of like a traditional way that we start and end these. So I'll just throw it out there if anybody wants to volunteer to do that. Feel free to jump in and offer that right now.
Yes, what did you need, dear? I missed that.
Grandma Millie, would you be so kind as to open us up today with a short prayer before we get started?
Okay, I have to take a deep breath or two.
You
This
got
is
it.
a prayer that I do on a regular basis. God, we offer ourselves to thee to do with us and build with us as thou wilt. Relieve us of the bondage of self that we may better do thy will. Take away our difficulties so that victory over them might bear witness to those who could be helped with thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. May we do thy will always. Amen.
Amen. Okay, so again, this is going to be a little bit different today. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, so instead of like raising your hand,
yeah, I just
we're just going to have
remind everybody. Yeah, to just remind everybody that when they're not talking, please turn your mic off right away, so that the next and just let people know you've ended, because we have all the mics open. So when you come in, make sure your mic is closed, and then when you're speaking, just close it when you're done. Thank you.
Yep, sounds good. It'll be fine. We'll manage it. If I have to mute people, I'm sorry in advance. But okay, we're gonna give Jeremy and or Kimmery a chance to maybe make a short statement, and then we're just going to see what's up. We're going to start to allow people to step up, share what they're grateful for, what's going on in the community, bring value, let us know, give us your report. So Jeremy, if you're there, I want to give you the opportunity to maybe say a few words.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Thank y'all for being here. I know we got a lot of irons in the fire. We hold these sessions to talk about our successes and failures so that each one can teach one. But again, just thank you for being here. It's important that your presence is shown. You're here to hear people's message. You're here to hear people's testimonies. But yeah, that's it. Kimberly?
Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, it's been a really amazing last couple weeks. The last few RECOUPERS testimonies, hopefully everyone who's been coming on Saturdays has been able to at least find the folder where those archives are located so that they can put the earbud in, listen to some of those testimonies when they need to be lifted up one day. And also, more importantly, those who haven't had a chance to make it to the Saturday RECOUPERS, I also trust and hope and pray that they're making their way over to the RECOUPERS Live video library, okay? It's a whole separate little channel made for the ease of navigation for those that are still, some people are actually just still learning how to use Telegram, y'all. So we have to have a lot of grace for folks, and that's why I'm going to keep repeating just to make sure everybody is getting the support that they need. And sometimes they just need to hear the testimony of someone who's gone before them, that's had a victory. And all victories on this walk, in my humble opinion, are worthy of a celebration. They're worthy of giving that voice to that little dreamer inside of us that's been hope-filled, trust-filled, light-filled. Even if we've gotten discouraged on our walk in these last few 10 years, 20 years, whatever, at least we've gotten back up and we kept going. And that in and of itself is a victory that we're still here. So, if you have a tent that you're managing, if you are a beautiful administrator that's helping us keep these tents nice and safe and productive, don't forget, please go over to the Recoupers Live video library in the Recoupers Live only group. Pull the last Recoupers recording. Throw it in your tent. Feed the lions. I seem to be the only one sharing out the archives. So I just encourage everybody who's holding a leadership role or an admin role in the tents. There's, 15, 20. Share it. The last 5 Recoupers have been stunning, filled with information and data, filled with gold, filled with beautiful people with courage, the likes of which we've not seen in our lifetime, really. A lot of courageous people, hard at work, you guys. And those are the voices we need to lift up. Those are the heroes we need to encourage and give them a badge of appreciation. We're going to make it, and we're all going to make it together. No one's going anywhere. We're all sticking together with this one, okay? No one's going anywhere. So let's encourage each other. Thank you for all those who have taken up administrative roles in these different tents that have opened and that keep showing up for the fight, because we're not taking no for an answer anymore. Thank you, Days, for letting me have that little moment. And I'm just grateful for everybody who keeps coming back and everybody who keeps giving their time, attention, and energy to this pathway and being a lighthouse. I'm really grateful for everybody. Okay, I yield.
Excellent. And okay, so here's what I think we should do. Okay, everybody who got here early, you all have the option to unmute yourself, right? Anybody who joins moving forward will be automatically muted. And so let's just focus on all of us who are currently able to unmute ourselves and just kind of jump in, give your report, tell us where you're at, tell us some helpful insight, tell us your testimonial, whatever you got, right? We don't want to necessarily turn this into a question and answer marathon. But like if there's some quick thing to cover, we can do that. But the idea is to keep the pace and kind of go from person to person, and everybody gets their opportunity to chime in. So I'll just open it up in general to everyone who is currently able to unmute themselves. If you want to step up, and we'll just try and do this as organized as we can.
Grand Rising, everybody. This is Grandma Millie. So I had some great experiences to share. I've heard so much talk about IRIS, the IRIS portal, and the things that you can do within that portal. It took me a minute, but I finally did the application with the help of a few friends. It took a couple, 3 or 4 days to get approved. And since then, I've been able to pull down the spreadsheets and put up to 100 1099As, 1099Bs, 1099 OIDs, 1099Gs, whatever I want. It's there on a spreadsheet that can be uploaded and is automatically put to a form. And I'm a little stubborn in that I think that the forms are easier for me, but that's just because I'm not as fast on a spreadsheet, but I'm working on it. And I'm going to continue to work on those spreadsheets, because the ease of doing 10 or more on a spreadsheet rather than 10 forms, I think is amazing. I would recommend anyone who's in this process to get an IRIS account as soon as you can. It makes things easier. They are submitted immediately. They're either accepted or rejected immediately. You're not waiting for a couple of days on a software app to find out if the IRS accepted them. It is immediate. And for me, that's very gratifying. I love it that I don't sit there and wring my hands, which I shouldn't be doing anyway, as to whether or not a form I submitted was accepted. It's much easier to manage in my files because everything is on a spreadsheet. I can keep those spreadsheets and utilize them for minutes for my trust, for labor, for my trust administration. It's freaking awesome. Kim Marie and the team, thank you so much for what you do on a daily basis, helping us to learn these processes and to grow a little bit more confident as we go along. Do things change rapidly? They do, but that's part of the journey. So it's important to stay focused. It's important to continue to check for new information in whatever group you're in. I don't know. I feel really blessed to be here today, and I'm glad that you all are here with us.
Yeah, and I'll just add a little kind of pro tip on that as well for those who haven't gone and set up done their TCC application for the IRIS system. It's pretty simple to do, and one thing that might save you a little bit of time and energy is, use your sole prop when setting that up, because there's something special about the sole prop which makes it so that you don't need to have two separate appointed representatives, something along those lines. That's going to simplify and streamline that, but it's pretty simple to do, and that is definitely something people can work on, especially if you're getting deeper and deeper into this 1099 land. So, but thank you, Grandma Millie. We'll go to whoever would like to step up next in the currently unmuted category. Feel free to jump in. Don't be shy.
Thank you for the clarification, Days.
You got it. I'll also say,
Carolyn.
oh, go ahead. I'll also point out that there is a separate live chat that we've opened up in the channel room right now. People are chatting in there. So keep an eye on that as we're chilling today. I'll also say at this point, if people want to raise their hands and they are currently muted, I'll just keep an eye on everything, but the floor is now open.
Okay, so we're going to encourage everybody that's been working on things to come forward and tell us what's going on. Oh, there's Erica.
Hi, I'm new. I finally got to join a live, so this is my first. And I'm new with the whole process, and I was wondering is there instructions in the archive to get started?
Well, I think that if you peruse RECOUPERS, there's countless forms of instructions on all sorts of topics. So, the question's fine, but it's a little bit vague. So,
Yeah.
and we're not necessarily going to train from start to finish here today, where this is
Hey,
not
Dave's going to take, Kim Marie's going to take it.
Okay.
Hey there, Erica. Who was it that was? Hi. Welcome. How'd you find us? And do you have a gratitude for us today? That's what our gathering is about here today.
All right, my gratitude is just basically repetitive what was already said. I'm grateful that you're doing this and every Saturday at that. I know you have a life and you're taking the time to do this gathering. I'm very grateful, and even to be able to join this Saturday, it's great.
Yeah. So, have you found your way in RECOUPERS yet to find the study buddy groups that are open?
I just found a PA study buddy last night.
Oh,
and I haven't
Pennsylvania.
reached out.
Awesome. What's
Yeah,
that?
that's where I haven't reached
Oh,
out to anyone on it yet
oh,
because I did
yeah,
work last night. I worked till 3 a.m. this morning, so I didn't.
yeah. So did you happen to see the card that I posted in the PA study group about the live today? Is that how you got here?
I think so, yeah, because I was browsing through like all the groups in the Recoupers, and that's how I got here.
Yeah. So I just want to highlight and reiterate for everybody the purpose and the form for the study buddy groups was to help people get a leg up and a foot up who are working 12-hour days, who are working night shifts, who are working all during the day. Okay. We're here to help and support those who are just getting started on this journey. The reason that we're archiving, the reason that we're recording everything, the reason that RECOUPERS has grown to 8,000 members is because it is a support group for all manner of topics that you might be dealing with, Erica, because I know everybody has their own special matters that they're taking care of or maybe tackling or overcoming, really. So I appreciate your courage for coming up. We record these weekend meetings and gatherings so that people who do have a chance to listen to the recordings can actually hear successes of people who've already come into the group, found a study buddy tent, found a study buddy, and really kicked ass. And that's what we're voting for everybody to be able to do, right? We want to support you in kicking ass. So thanks for coming and having the courage to share. And thanks for sharing your gratitude. And I think you're going to look forward to hearing this recording, let's say 6 months from now, when you have just literally flew over every single hurdle that you thought was there, like all those imaginary hurdles that they put in front of us, all those logs that they threw out on our path while we're just barely trying to learn how to walk. I mean, we are killing it. Okay, we're crushing it. And the testimonies are the best kind of feedback that any kind of a group that's gathered or assembled to focus on a particular outcome. And we're here to recoup what was taken from each and every one of us and our families and their families. But we're starting with us because that's the easiest so we don't get overwhelmed. Sometimes people take on too much and then they freeze and they don't do very much of anything. So I'm glad you're here. I'm super excited you're in PA. I'm going to tell you something. I have a super, super affection for PA people for some reason. They all seem to have big brains. I don't know what is in the water over there, but nothing but badasses I've ever seen come out of that place. So I'm excited. I'll be seeing you in that tent. Okay. And for sure, we will be supporting you. Okay. Lifting you. You're going to love it. Thanks for coming
Thank you
today.
so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for
you.
sure. Yep.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Kimberly. Let's shift on to the next person. I'll keep my eye on the gallery for any raised hands. Actually, we got Sentient Princess. We'll bring them up right now. Sentient Princess, if you want to unmute, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. Just gratitude to everyone. Thank you, Kimberly, for responding to my in a sea of ships that are going back and forth. Thank you for spotting mine. I was able to get on, so that's the very first gratitude. Um, uh, just excited. I'm very grateful just to be alive today for such a time as this. It's really transformative, and I am just so humbled by um, everything that is going on and the sharing and the love that is being expressed, and just being able to learn something that can help others as well as myself. Um, I'm just very humbled by that. Just grateful again to be alive today. So many people didn't wake up this morning. So many people are doing so much worse than I deserve. So I'm just grateful to be in the land of the living, to be able to be a part of this I don't want to call it a movement, but to be a part of this joy, just to be a part of it, so that I can try to glean all that I can to help someone else, because there's a lot of suffering going on. Some of it is necessary, that we might move forward, and that prophecy can be fulfilled, and some of it is just at the hand of bad actors. So thank you to everyone, and sincere gratitude to everyone who is a part of this, to all of us who are on who are on this live as well, those of us who are new or who have been here for a long, long time, or who are just starting out. We're here. So we've done a lot. We've done a lot of just to get here. So, pat yourself on the back, give yourself grace, and keep moving on. I did want to, well, I don't know. Can I just share? I just got a calf number, so I'm excited about that. I also received this week the coupon, the 607 coupon for it was for a foreign grantor trust that I had already done back in December before I came across this wonderful, life changing space. So I'm just very excited. I'm still working. I hope to mail off my 1040 ESs and Vs. Actually, I'm trying to get it out today if I can. So I'm just very excited. I'm taking my time. I'm an educator, and so I need to. I'm from the Show Me State. I got to see it for myself.
I
So.
love it. I just love your testimony today, sister. You just keep on rocking it. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Just speaking from the heart. As wicked as it can be, he knows my heart. So, yeah. So I'm just really grateful. I'm taking it slow. I'm reading and listening. I think I've heard that 9 hour about 4 times now. I think it's in my essence, and I'm just, overwhelmed in a good way, though. It's a good way. So I just wanted to step up and say, just sincere gratitude for all that is taking place here, and for those, one lesson I have learned before I found myself here is that, and I've heard, I think it's Murdoch or I'm not, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've heard him say it too, and that resonated with me because that's kind of part of my mantra too, is we've got to learn how to reread. Some of us, it's reading. I think it is something that we think we know how to do, and it's that I think it's part of our human nature to want things right away. We're in the microwave era here, where we want it right away, we want it right now, and we've got things, but got to slow down, take your time, not too much time, not the paralysis of analysis, but enough time to try to see what's going on, what's already been shared, and then go from there. So again, sincere
Let me,
gratitude.
let me add something to that sentient real quick, in case you want to, put a fine point on it. You mentioned something about the reading, and I really want to share this piece. Okay. So if the meek inherit the earth, you're talking about the humble, right? So
Yeah,
remember back when we were kids, okay? I'm Gen X, right? We were we were outside until the freaking sun went down, right?
right.
If you're reading from the mind of the child pre-ego, right? We're pretty much anything you could conjure up in your day was accessible to you if you had the imagination for it, right?
Uh-huh.
So if we were reading with those same glasses on, call them rose colored, call them heart shaped, whatever you want to call them. But if we were reading these letters, these love letters, these different little IRM pieces of the manual, whatever, if we were reading that from the child's mind of all potentiality is available to me and you, right? Gen X's, we don't take no for an answer. Okay. The world is ours, and you can't I dare you to try to take it away from me, right? Like that's our motto, okay?
That is it.
Right? Okay. So, all right, with that in mind, as we're reading, we're actually reading anything that seems to even smell of a limitation for me or sentient princess, okay? Even starts to have a tiny whiff of I'm limited in some way. Don't you think we're the type that just rip that seatbelt off? We just rip that seatbelt off, right?
I concur.
Okay. So do the same thing as you're looking with your eyeballs to any letters on a page. If you start to sniff a limit or a can't or a complexity or a flipping of the tongue or a some kind of an interference, a fog of confusion or a fog of interference, right? Someone trying to sneak in the letters saying, "Oh no, sentient, sit down, shut up, and put your nose in the corner." Well, how
Not
do you think
today.
we're gonna not to fucking day, Satan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're reading, y'all, read from the child's mind that will literally make imaginary angels and fairies hop off that piece of paper. You feel me? Hop off the paper and stand in your hand and literally pump you up to go put that pen to paper. I don't care if it's a freaking ES and a V that you've done on a napkin at lunch fucking time. It's still yours to claim in by any means necessary, on any form. We're manifesting. Knowledge in action is wisdom. So that's why they say the children inherit this earth. Why? Because the child that can go out in the 60s and build a tree house in anybody's backyard they want to. Okay?
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Okay. If it's mine to build, then I shall do it. Right. Right.
So
Okay. So thank you for bringing that actually to our attention and bringing it into the foreground. Not in the subconscious where all of our dreams are locked away in a treasure chest somewhere. Maybe someday, but not now, I'll get a raise at my job that I've been at for 10 fucking years. Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
it's vicious. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So all we have to do is get back into that heart of the child and start to look at the world in a new way. If you knew that it took the slaves during the proclamation, whatever, 2 years to find out that they not only get to go have their own little corner of land and their own cotton farmers labor force, they could actually hire their own family members on their own farm. Wow, what a concept. Actually investing your time, attention, and energy into your family farm. Wow. Wow. Be sustained by that. What a fucking concept. Look up 1217. Charter of the Forest, back when we were stewards of the land and we cared about our neighbor and our neighbor cared about us. And together we toiled the land. Together we shared the bounty. 1217, y'all.
I read that after you suggested that. And just really it's all and more. It does. There's so many things that we're just not aware of. Just so many things that we're not aware of that could really, help to change that mindset, get us back to that childlike nature. Because it is true, and they say people, especially those of us who have gone to college, the indoctrination that goes on, your pineal is already calcified and then you don't even really realize it and you're just going along and doing. But I knew at like 6, something wasn't right. I knew at like 6 that something was not right with this world. And, have been on that journey ever since, told, sit down, be quiet. You're not going to get married if you keep talking like that. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. I said, well, I'll walk alone then because it's just not in me. I wasn't created to sit back and watch when there's so much injustice and so much stuff that is going on that needs to be, needs to be pointed out, if you will. So thank you. But that 1217 really opened up my eyes to some things. Thank you for that, for mentioning that, because I am one that as I go, if I don't understand it, I'm looking it up. It's going to slow me down, but I need to comprehend what it is that is, that is being said, so that I can, act upon it more effectively. So, to everyone here again, thank you so much. I don't know you, but I love you, and thank you for allowing me this time to speak. And hey, we're
We
here.
appreciate you. Yeah, we're here. I mean, let's find each other. Let's find each other on the path. Let's celebrate each other and each other's little victories and wins. If you get your stuff in the post office today, you better be, cheering with a glass,
Oh, yes.
in honor of that little girl, that little blue card person, that little girl that's been patient and kind and put her dreams in a treasure trunk, right? And knew one day she'd be able to open it back up and start playing with her other friends who built a bunch of tree houses in people's backyards, right?
Right. And just so you know, I'm in the Cali. I'm already kind of plugged in. I'm in the Golden State. I'm in California, the beautiful Monterey Bay.
Awesome. You're in there with James. Perfect. Stay active and stay
James,
alive.
wait a minute. Do
James
I know
Hood.
James? James is he in where's James located in California?
Oh, James is here. He can James, let's see. Yeah, James B is in California.
I'm in San Diego.
Oh, San Diego. Okay. God bless you up there. I know there's a lot going on. But anyway, thank you again for allowing me to express my gratitude. And I will be back with more and more. And if there's any way that I can help, even on the Golden State, I already put that out there. Or in any way, I'm a very great facilitator, and I'm ready to
Yes,
go.
I hear you. I hear
Ready
you.
to go.
And listen, get your victories and your testimonies ready to go because I could sure use you on my lunchtime TikToks. Okay.
Yeah, I've
And
heard a few of them,
furthermore,
so I'll have to get there. I'll
yeah,
get there.
Yeah. And listen, we're all planning, one of our first reunions, we're planning for it to be in the area of the great state of Texas. So,
All
we're
right.
working behind the scenes to pop up these tents and these celebration tents where we're going to have a reunion. I just want everybody to know, regardless of where everybody's tents are at or wherever they're living right now, we're planning a gathering for everyone, at least to be able to be together um, through a streaming apparatus. Let's say if people maybe are injured or whatever, they're in the healing process and they can't travel. No one's going to be left out of our reunion because we're finding all the ways that we can broadcast,
Awesome.
through like TikTok studio or whatever, right? Where everybody can join in and feel like they're a part of the party, sentient. Okay.
Yeah, please
All
I'll
right.
keep me posted. I'm happy to join.
Oh
Happy
yeah,
to help. Happy to.
yep. Thank you, sis, for that
Thank,
offering. Honestly, it really makes a difference. Thank you. Bless you.
bless you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sentient. And we're going to throw it over to Madonna real quick. Welcome, Madonna. Just a reminder to everybody else, we need people on deck. Raise your hands, get on deck, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. Welcome, Madonna. Please unmute. How are you today?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so grateful and thankful for the peace and a calm spirit that the Lord has given me every day. And I wanted to share some things that I've written down just over the last couple of days, being in the group of 369, and what an honor and a privilege it is to be part of that. But I know that many of us were we were born into a broken, toxic, or dysfunctional families because we were sent to break generational curses. Our struggles were not random, it is spiritual. We are on the battleground every day. And I pray the armor of Yahuwah for everyone here. We are all set apart. And in John 15 through 19, it says, if you belonged to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. Chosen ones often feel like outsiders in their own families. You never fit in, and that's because you were never meant to. Our purpose is different. Abba has given us the fruits of the Spirit when we walk with Him. And those 9 fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. And when the enemy is upon you, take a deep breath, be still and quiet, and ask for his strength. Keep fighting the battle and persevere and don't give up. Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. I love you guys so much. The people in the group that's working kind of behind the scenes, Nyla, James, Carissa, Grandma Millie, G-Man, Glory, Ma'am Inc., Jada, Gwendolyn, Jeremy, Emmy, Christina, not Robin, Queen, you guys, Dottie, you guys all mean so much to me. Yoon, Lee, I love you guys. And you and Kim Marie and Days, all you guys are so important, and we're making a difference. And I'm just so blessed and honored to be here. I yield.
Thank you so much, Madonna. And there's nobody working harder every day than Madonna. So right back at you. Let's throw it over to Marte Love Bay. Welcome, Marte Love Bay. Everybody else, raise your hands. Be ready. Welcome, Marte.
Thank you. My gratitude is to God, the Arterian Council and Palladian Council, Kim Marie, Dr. Heather, Madhu, Kevin, Grandmama Millie, and the admins for sharing that love and light with unconditional love. And I'm so thankful. I yield.
Excellent. Thank you, Marte. Appreciate you. Do me a favor and just, I'm going to mute you, right, just because we're getting a little bit background noise. Thank you for checking in. Anybody who's currently unmuted, who's been wanting to step in, please do now.
I can talk if that's
Welcome, Carissa.
fine. Dave, thanks. I appreciate it. I just want to give some gratitude because I love this group of people. I think that everyone is amazing and so uplifting to one another and such a great community. I'm just grateful to be a part of it, and the experiences that I've had that seem like huge trials and tests. I always had in the back of my mind that they would someday turn into a testimony and they would be a blessing for me to help others as they went through their journey in life. And now that's coming into fruition. And I'm just grateful that I wake up every day just full of the fruits of the Spirit and full of gratitude and full of love and joy in my heart. And so happy to just be a part of this. And learning is learning all this information and learning how to take control of your own vessel and learning how to do things administratively is amazing, but it's secondary to the beautiful community that we have here and how we fill each other's cups up and how we keep each other level-headed and going strong and keeping focused on what the primary objective is glorifying the Most High. And He sent us on this mission, and He connected us with each other divinely. And I'm just grateful for everybody in the group. And I love what Madonna said. She is such a strong soldier for the Most High. She always is a prayer warrior. She's always spreading love and light, and I'm so grateful for her. And yeah, I've had a great experience.
Oh, did we lose her? We may have lost you, Carissa. I'm not sure if it's your reception. Okay. She had a great experience, and then we lost her. Okay. Well, maybe we'll
Am I
talk
back?
with her again. Okay, she's
We're
back.
back.
Hit it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard you at I had a great experience, and then it cut off.
Okay, great. It stopped like making them little sound waves, so I was like, maybe they lost me. Okay, cool. So I'm just in gratitude of everything going on, and any kind of way that I can help anyone, I'm grateful to do so. And I feel blessed that I have any kind of knowledge that is valuable to anyone. And I had some great success with getting my ABBs accepted for a court matter that I've been battling for almost 2 years. So that was definitely a great victory for me. And just pressing forward, learning every day, and grateful, and just trying to spread love and light like we were brought here to do. And we are representations of the Most High. So every day we choose to be that. And I'm grateful for everybody, and I love everybody, and keep pushing forward, and you will have your victories.
Thank you so much, Carissa.
Well, I'm going to need to speak after that because Carissa was instrumental. This week was a monumental week for me. A lot of you on here that are in our smaller groups know what transpired, and Carissa was instrumental in that. I hadn't e-filed into the court case because once you do, you can't walk in there and put it on record in Maui. So, and I'm far away from the island right now, so I knew that I needed to get this document put in place that really just now has had me recognize the impact of it. It brings me to tears, actually, because of the ability to be able to bring this forward. I am freeing my entire lineage. And Carissa was with me, like, well, it was midnight for us here, but 4 hours earlier. So I had till midnight to get it in. And I said, I'm stuck. I can't, it just kept saying some, pop up window. And so I gave her my input so that she could go in and do it the way that I saw it. And it was just a plus button, all we had to do. So he got it on the record and he read it all before the court case. He showed me basically that there was a testimony that needed to take place for my family, for myself first and foremost. I want everybody to know here, this is where we start. Because if we start going out there and trying to unravel everybody else's, things that they have on their plate, it gets too overwhelming. So come back to yourself, always recognize that. And I've done the A's and B's on the actual servicer of the case now to the court, and I have now excess funds waiting for me in Maui because I did the B's, and the attorney had to show up And even though the records are still being straightened out, there is a success with what has transpired and with the way that the communities there have been fearful of the takeover by BlackRock in that region. We also did a writ and sent it to the appropriate. This was with a large group of us that we did prior to make sure that it's on record in the appropriate places, so that whomever comes into the cartel that is being formed in all these different 15-minute cities is being taken out. So I got to hear exactly what takes place in this particular courthouse and was able to stand my ground. And there was nothing that I felt more powerful in. And it does take a lot of courage, but it also is not something that we need to be afraid of. And that's the other thing I just want to speak into. Never be afraid anymore of your own power, of your own ability to be able to transcend anything, and no longer the boogeyman of the IRS underneath your bed or anything like that. Kim Marie has shared that story often, and I just wanted to speak that into words, and for all that supported up until that moment that I had my 15 minutes of speaking into the court case yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I can't remember. But all of it was meant to be. And we are going to have a big celebration. And we are having our massive, 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 massive undoing of things that has been generated over centuries, and we are all free. This is the biggest transition that humanity is going through right now. So never give up. And I love you all.
Thank you so much, Robin, and amazing performance. And thanks for sharing your experience with us yesterday and right now. I'm really pleased with. It was amazing to see the way you interfaced with that legal situation, and pretty inspiring, to be honest. Let's open it up to anybody who's currently unmuted. We got nobody raising their hands.
Hey,
Whoever's next, welcome. Is that you, James? Welcome,
thanks,
James.
yeah. I just want to first of all say I'm so grateful for everybody here, and how we support one another, how we help each other figure things out, you know, um, and we're being set free through what we've been learning. Um, I think sometimes we get working on so many processes and at once, and it can be a little distracting sometimes, and so we got to put one down and work on work on something else, and I just want to encourage everybody just to keep going. Don't give up. um, you might have days where you feel a little discouraged, and I would just encourage you to reach out to somebody in the group, and tell them what you're going through, and they're going to encourage you and help lift you up. I was helped out with learning how to get on Iris, and I now have an Iris account for myself under my sole prop, and was able to file 1099A and OID with Gwendolyn's help. CP 575 that I had sent in as accepted. So I'm excited to see what's going to come of that. I believe a lot of fruit's going to come of that, to be quite honest. I'm excited to see that there's some movement. There's already one person I know of who has had direct contact with the IRS and has been told that their refund is coming no later than 9 weeks, and it's a pretty big one. So I just want to encourage everybody just to keep going and read the instructions, get into the IRM manual on irs.gov, and just start reading through that. And I think things are really going to jump off the page for you, and you're going to see things with different eyes. That's about all I have to say right now.
Thanks, James. And if I may, maybe I'll just build on that a little. It's like, it's not just the IRM, right? But I know there's a lot of people looking into 1099s right now, the ABBs, OID, all that stuff, right? Like, you definitely have to keep an eye on those instruction forms for those four. I've learned so much even in the past week. I had a lot of questions that I couldn't quite resolve, and the answers are in those documents. So, like, for example, apparently there's 3 different modes of a 1099B. Did you know that? And do you know what they are and why you might use one or the other? And did you know that, like, the different, depending on the mode you're in, only certain boxes are even relevant, even though it's all in one form? And there's a lot to learn from those instructions. So I would say definitely check those out as well. For me, I need to know exactly why I'm filling this out. It's not enough for me to just see somebody say, hey, just do this, this, and this. I need to understand every single detail of how I'm filling out a freaking 1099. That's just me. So just wanted to throw that in there. We got M. Yeah, go ahead.
It's huge. I've been posting memes of a guy surfing on a on a wave of 1099s, and we're sitting on receipts, and we can make receipts. There's so much that we can do with the 1099, and that we're able to, at minimum, if you don't want to do Bs, at minimum, we can recoup every dollar that has gone through our bank account out for expense. It's friggin' incredible. I yield.
All right, we're gonna invite M on stage. She's got her hand raised. Everybody else who has something that you got, make sure, we're about halfway through the session, so we don't want to miss something critical that is going to light it up in here. But M, you have the floor. Welcome.
Welcome. Hi. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to give a gratitude about how grateful I am for the knowledge that I've learned in the group. And sorry, my husband just walked in. And so grateful for I will say, if anything, the confidence to actually perform. I received a letter saying, hey, we need more information, and how empowering it was to know what to do next. And if there was a question, I knew I could reach out to somebody. My confidence is kind of through the roof, not prideful, but I feel like I can crush the snakes, and I'm not afraid. I'm actually uploading forms to the state level right now that I was able to fill out and give them what they asked for. And so I just wanted to tell everybody that I am super grateful, and this is definitely a wonderful experience. And I yield.
Thank you so much, M. Shout outs to M's husband in the background. All right.
You just said, how long are you going to be? I was done. So we're good. He heard you. Days, thanks.
Get off the Telegram, honey. Okay. Whoever's next, just go. I give up at this point. Like, you got to raise your hand, guys. It's driving me crazy here. So. I mean, you don't want me to start monologuing. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Marte's back. Welcome, Marte.
Yes, welcome. I won't say grand rising, but there was something else that I wanted to say, and I was on Kim Marie TikTok this morning. But we're in the 369 frequency, and which is stop on a 9. But I've been uh, doing some studying on YouTube with celestial wisdom, and that's the frequency that we're in. And I thought that I had seen 369 on her TikTok, and I went back and it wasn't there. So apparently it wasn't there. But that's the frequency that we're in right now. And I yield.
Thank you, Marte. Shout outs to Tesla. D-Train, I'm going to unmute you right now. Welcome, D-Train. Unmute yourself, D-Train, if you're there. All right, well, you left us hanging, D-Train. It's pretty cold.
Okay, Gwendolyn, I'm calling you up, sister. You've been working on a ton of stuff this week, and I just wanted to know if you were available.
I actually just got available. Rising, everyone. Yeah, I just want to, I have much gratitude for, as always, this platform, the leadership, creating the space for us to come here and be encouraging to one another, to lift us up above every shadow of perceived darkness, because where we're headed, there is no darkness. But yeah, I'm just real elated. I'm just full of gratitude today for the camaraderie we have here. And when one has a skill set and they share it, it just sparks into someone else and they just run with it. So I do have a testimony with for the nerdy geeks like me and Days. We love spreadsheets and all that kind of stuff. So we have a beautiful free platform to do our 1099s. Well, first, let me say, Kim Marie has pounded into us in a beautiful way. Get your receipts, 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 receipts. Get your receipts. So what we're learning, we have a great tool to gather our receipts. Everywhere our blue card person has been in commerce creating, and we've been given our signature of gold on all these contracts. We have these bills, which are really bonds, interest due back to us. All these great things we're learning, and we're in recoupers, right? So we're creating receipts, 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 and we're recouping to recoup. So what I'm so thankful for today is the IRS system with directly with the IRS. And you can do all of your 1099s there. I think I heard Days talking about the complexity of the B. It's one form, but they got it's sectioned out 3 different ways in IRS, which is can be challenging, but nothing that you can't overcome. And so doing the A, the barter times 10B, the second B, those proceeds on there, those are our receipts. Those are the amounts that we're telling the IRS we expended our energy out there in this value, this dollar value, and it needs to be returned back to source. So it's just so beautiful to me. Those are all our tools to get our receipts so we can recoup. So we have everything in front of us. And Iris has two ways you can input their data. You can go line by line on the form, which is a very long way. But if that's, and I started that way, I was like, okay, there's got to be an easier way. Because I do know spreadsheets. I've been, working spreadsheets for 20 plus years. So when I saw they had this little, I'm going to talk text hard for you, people that don't know spreadsheets, there's a special spreadsheet with called a CSV file. So it's kind of like basic program, whatever. So it's just a spreadsheet that every field that you see on the form, the A, the B, any of those, it has a column for each field. So all you have to do is learn where to put your information under what column, and it's very simple. They give you a little template guide that tells you what goes in each field. So and it's very easy to do. So we had a beautiful so I shared this with a few folks in the group, and I created some templates. I don't know if I put them in Recoupers yet, but I will do that today. So if anyone wants to do the spreadsheet version in Iris, because it literally takes less than 5 seconds. The spreadsheet takes a little longer to populate, but once you get your spreadsheet rocking and rolling, once you upload to Iris, literally 5 seconds later, not less than a minute later for sure, it's already at the IRS. So it's a much quicker way. You don't have to pay you can use those other platforms. They have value too, but you don't have the cost of the other platform, waiting a week to get your accepted and all this other stuff. IRS literally, it's in the IRS, it gets it to them like in 2 seconds once you submit. So anyway, to say that, so I do have spreadsheet templates that I try to put instructions on, like what goes where, giving you a visual of what you put there so you can just duplicate it and put your data in. So my testimony, share this information that works for me, right? And Grandma Millie I wanted to do some, and she had I had a little caution with it. I knew she could do it. She knew she could do it, but just because it may have been, a little bit unfamiliar or something. So anyway, once she did one for her, and then she said, "Okay, come on, everybody. Anybody else want to get on this train with me?" And she was rocking and rolling. I think she did about seven. Seven. You can do 100 on one form, actually, for one tax year. So she did about seven because I was letting everybody know once you do it a couple of times, it's going to be second nature. So she did about seven on one spreadsheet. We got it uploaded in 2 seconds with Iris. Everybody got their forms. I think we just did the 1099A. So that just blessed my heart because so for something that easy for us, a tool in our hands that's so easy where you can remove all fear of spreadsheets. If you've never done them before, you still can do this. You can still do this. So I just love the fact that we're pressing past any of these crazy fears that we may have, and we're just pressing through and we're getting to the victory on the other side. So that's my blessing upon everyone today, as always. This is my year 5-5. I'm declaring double grace favor on everyone in the family here, and it's loud and clear for us. All the tools are coming in our hands to use, and they're loud and clear. Love you guys, and I yield.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. And hardship, I'm going to pull you up next. Bob Locke, you'll be right after hardship. But I want to say one more thing to expand on that real quick. Because again, remember how I mentioned, hey guys, there's 3 different modes to the B. Well, I learned that by going to the Iris system, pulling up the fillable forms, and I was filling them out. It's like, oh, well, what kind of B are you trying to do? And there's 3 different kinds, right? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. When I pick this one, it's only asking me about these boxes to fill in. But when I pick the other one, it's kind of like different. Each one, it's only asking you to put data based on that type of form. That's what got me like focused on this. And I think that the spreadsheets are great, and you basically you should learn both, and you should actually study both because it's like if you like just like Gwendolyn said, we had 7 people who all were doing exactly the same thing. and we batched them all out on a single 1099A spreadsheet. And that's the beauty of the TCC system as well. You can submit forms for other people, right? Which is very interesting and useful. And but yeah, just keep an eye, but learn the spreadsheets, but also go through the fillable forms, because that's actually going to tell you that, like, which pieces of data you need for that particular mode of, in this case, as an example, 1099B. Just wanted to say that. I'm going to throw it to Hardship. Bob Locke, you're next. C-Ray, you're after that. Welcome, Hardship. Please unmute.
Thank you, Days, for allowing me to come up. I just want to say I appreciate everybody here. We are the chosen few. We're creating and changing our world, to accept the abundance and prosperity that is coming to us. I just want everybody to realize and invoke, their power of attorney or authority. And where that comes from is your inherent rights, and just to enforce it. Corporations do not have any claim, you know. So right now I'm going through some stuff, but I feel like victory is coming, and once I get that basically clarified and certified, I will let you guys know my journey, what I've been going through in more depth. But I'm just I'm proud of everybody here, mainly the admins and the people that have put this together for us to have a place to come and share our testimony. And that would be the 903, Kim Marie, Dr. Heather, and a few others that I've heard speak. I don't recognize your names at the moment, but I'm just proud and happy for all you guys. Victory is coming, abundance is coming, and I just want you to know that we are the ones that are chosen to change our world, and it's happening. So shout out to G-Man as well. But love you guys. I gotta get back to my part-time job here. All right, love you.
Thank you so much, Hardship. And yeah, whatever you're going through, man, we wish you the best of luck. We'll be praying for you. We look forward to your future report on Recoupers. Bob Locke, I'm going to bring you up next. C-Ray, you'll be after Bob Locke. Welcome, Bob Locke. Please unmute when you're ready, aka right now. Okay, no Bob Locke. All right. Bob Locke, if you can hear me, work on that. We're going to throw it over to C-Ray right now. Welcome, C-Ray.
Peace. Good afternoon, everyone. I got gratitude. I would like to thank Jehovah for waking us up this morning. And I also would like to thank everyone for the energy and their time that you guys been put into this group. I did do my 2023 ESV, ESNVs. I got that in the mail yesterday, and I will put the 24 in the mail on Monday. And I tried to sign up for to get my transcript for IRS, but they said I had a duplicate account, and I've been trying to get them to give me access to that so I can set it up the correct way, but I've been unable to.
Yeah, are you logging in with ID Me?
Yes, I tried to log in with ID Me, and then it comes up with another email that's connected to it. So, and something I
Yeah,
don't know
that's your
nothing
problem.
about.
That's your problem. It's not even the IRS portal itself. It's that ID Me. So
Oh.
maybe you set it up at some point with a different email address, but that's definitely what's going on there.
And also don't forget in the ID Me, if you want to go in there to correct anything, you are able to identify with a DD12 if you have one, for all those military folks out there who may have at one time signed into ID Me using a DD12, let's say ID verification a documentation. So pop into the ID Me portal itself and have a look around in there and see if there isn't some support advice in there for you to update an email, take out an email. Maybe that's what's happening, is there's dual identification there for you.
Yes, that's what's happening, and I'm not military or anything, but that's what's happening. It's another email that's connected to it, which is not mine, nor do I know anything about.
Yeah. So go into the actual ID Me. Just query the search engine. Go in and put a password in or create a profile if you haven't yet. And that's the place where you can make any corrections, updates, or deletions.
Okay.
It's the third-party servicer that helps us get into government websites. So let's say a while ago, maybe you got into your Social Security portal or your state portal, let's say, and sometimes they link those addresses until we come in to update them or knock out one of the old ones that's no longer serving our needs. So check into ID Me itself, and that might help you out.
Right on. I appreciate that.
Yep, and you'll get it figured out. That's exactly what you got to focus on. That's your homework. All right, let's throw it over to consciously.
Hey, Jace.
Yes, James.
I just want to, after this one, I think I want to call out Jada K. She's got an awesome testimony on a confirmed refund that's coming.
I mean, sounds good to me. Okay, but yep.
And I've got, this is Bob Locke. I finally figured
it out.
Oh,
I forgot about you, Bob.
Apologize for that.
No, you're good. You go now, Bob. Welcome.
All right.
We can hear you.
Cool. I came across this group probably 2 weeks ago, and it has been a real eye opener. I've tried many processes over the years. I'm a recovering attorney, practiced for about 35 years, representing people in foreclosures and collection actions and things like that. Finally rescinded all contracts with the corporate court system once I figured that whole thing out. And I've been working and educating myself on different ways to attack these issues for myself and for other people who I've sought to help through different tax forms. And I just, you've made me go back and pull out old files and see things that I've done and see where I missed the mark, see how close I was in so many different cases. And I mean, I exposed corruption throughout the court system in Illinois when I was there. And so it's just really been a blessing to find this group. And I thank you all for everything that you've done. Grandma Millie has been absolutely fantastic. And as the Shikomatic days, the transcripts that you offered up have been incredible, because I don't always have time to listen. And so being able to scan through transcripts just makes this whole journey of education a whole lot easier. So, with that, I yield. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bob.
thank you for coming forward. And I want you to be recognized wholly and completely as one of our absolute national treasures. Thank you for seeing the truth and continuing to be an advocate for the truth and having your allegiance be to the people, those of us that are the heirs, successors, and assigns and stewards to bring forward this new land where no more usury is ever used where anything that belongs to anyone else is ever used again for someone's self-interest. Thank you for coming here today.
Amen. Absolutely.
I want I want to personally thank you as well. I came from a family of attorneys, and some of them are seeing this, some of them don't. And those that do are making the biggest shifts in their life, in their own personal lives. So, it takes courage to come onto a chat like this, where a lot of people have been, thrown to the wolves with attorneys. And so to be able to bring this forward, and we've worked, as Kim Marie has, with a lot of folks that have been on the verge of foreclosure. So it's powerful what we're doing right now, and gratitude. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes, we appreciate you, Bob. Thanks for that. I love it. What were we just doing? Okay, Jada, did you want to say something? James was calling you out, but you didn't necessarily volunteer.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, Jada.
Hi. I'm so grateful for this group and to be able to join these lives every Saturday. I've learned so much in the last 5 months. Yes, in regards to my most recent tax return, I did for tax year 2024 ES&Vs for 500,000. I had to go in person to the tax office, TAC, Tax Advocate Center, to show my ID. I had to bring the letter that I received from the IRS, a copy of my 1040 return. I had to enter in my social security number, phone number, and that was really it. It was super easy. I think I'll post a picture in our live chat. So before I left, the agent that was helping me gave me a few printouts to take with me. And one of them is a sheet of paper that says, "Where's my refund?" and different ways where you could check it. And then she also provided me just a small piece of paper with just a bunch of different phone numbers to contact for any questions. On the bottom of that, she wrote 9 weeks, meaning that is the latest that you would receive your refund. At the top of the sheet that she provided to me that says, "Where's my refund?" she wrote 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm thinking that the refund would probably come in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. She couldn't confirm exactly which date. She just said that they'll continue to process the return. If there are any other questions, that they would reach out to me. But she didn't seem as if there were any other issues while I was there. I'll post that photo. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. We got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and that's an interesting one. And we are, everything's on track. Everything's on track in your situation. Okay, guys. Carissa.
For sharing, Jada.
Yep. Shout outs to Jada. Shout outs to Carissa. All right, guys, the floor is open. There was somebody with their hand raised. They disappeared. Okay. Oh, they're back. Okay. Consciously awakened. Welcome, Consciously Awakened. Please unmute and share with us. How are you?
Greetings, everybody. Can y'all hear me okay?
Sounds perfect.
Yay. Okay. I just wanted to say how grateful I am for the group. Kimmery, you the bad bitch. I love you. And thank y'all so much for everything. I changed my name on here, so it says Can't Consciously Awaken, but I'm Dr. Sasha Taye Zakaria. I did go to the IRS. I finally had my meeting. They kept changing it. There were some issues here in the area. And so in my location, they just kept pushing it back. I would have an appointment, and then the day of, I would get a call from them saying that I needed to reschedule. But I did actually finally go in. Someone had a question about how to sign the back of the 1040, and the information that is in the chat is correct. They confirm that's how it should be signed. I did have to, just as I think it was Jada that was on, that they sent a letter saying that they needed some additional information. I did go in and give them that. It was very simple, just like she said. I'm confirming that Social security number. Because my husband and I had name changes, they didn't have that data in the system because that was done last year in 2024, but I had not filed taxes with the new name. And so all of the data and information paperwork that I sent in was with the new name. And so it wasn't matching up. So they had to confirm that we were who we were. And I do see the credits on my account for the 1040 and the 1041V. It is 1.5 million and it's sitting there. And so I did not get any information like Jada said, where the employee put any dates or anything of that nature on there. I didn't get that information. And then was it CJ that was on that was asking about the ID me? We have my husband's veteran, so we went through that as well with the name change. It is very simple to do. It's just to put in that you need to update your password. They will ask you to do a video and to confirm it's you, and you need to have your current ID ready, and you can get that changed in about 5 minutes. And what's the other thing? The court. Some of you remember that I am in a foreclosure. Kimmery gave me some data to submit to them. I have done that, and I haven't heard a peep just yet, but I'm probably about to go and do the deed of reconveyance, as well as I've already accepted the deed with the $10 consideration and put it on record. And I already have the administrative process that I had done before I came over with you guys. That is on record as well. I found the two issues with they did not accept my rescission, so I'm putting that on record. And the APR was also misstated. So I have all of that ready to go. And the I have done the B and the I think it was the A that Kimmery told me to do for the court case. I have submitted all of that to the IRS. I actually see that credit on the IRS transcript, but I haven't received anything yet.
Oh, you know you
That's
do.
it, Miss Hall.
And you have 3 years to claim those credits, y'all, before they consider them abandoned and put them in your little charitable remainder trust for your heirs, successors, and assigns. So y'all have 3 years to claim those credits when they show up on your transcript. Be anxious for nothing. Everything she just said is beyond a hallelujah testimony, sis. And I thank you so much for sharing your victory, and ye shall overcome.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes. 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 Y'all don't know how excited I am. But thank you, Kimmery. Thank all of you. Tacky, I appreciate you. You're always on point. And the rest of you guys, I glean so much just being in the chat. You know, it's almost like a 24/7 thing for me, just going through and trying to make sure I'm dotting all my I's and crossing all of my T's. So thank y'all so much. I'm very, very grateful. And I yield.
Thank you so much. That was a good one. That was a good one, guys. And and yeah, and as far as those credits on, real quick, as far as those credits,
help it be excited for her.
Yep. As far as those credits that you're seeing on the transcript from the A and the B stuff related to the court case, you probably already know this, but some people think that you do the A double B and then you just get a check, but you have to do some kind of 1040 or 1041 filing. I just wanted to put that out there in case people didn't realize that. You know, you have that's
yes,
what.
Thank you. And that is going electronically Monday morning, the 1040 and the 1041B. So
Excellent.
yes.
But that sounds pretty promising. I am happy to hear that. Okay, we're gonna throw it to D Train. Natanya, you will be after D Train. Hang in there. Welcome, D Train.
So I hope you can hear me this time.
We can. It's working. All right.
That's awesome. I was having some difficulties earlier. I'm just so excited about this group. I just wanted to share my gratitude and just say thank you to everybody here in the group for me coming across this blessing this week. I've been on this journey and this going down this rabbit hole for many, many years. I've um, had some successes, but never anything. This is what the missing link. This is exactly what I've been looking for, and I've been asking Abba to just show me the way. And my prayers have finally been answered. I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm starting to work on my processes. I've been in the videos for the last 2-3 days, just trying to consume all I can and sort it all out because it's a lot to consume. But through these processes, I've got in trouble, got a court case, went to the penitentiary, trying to do some of these processes that's a part of uh, obtaining my freedom. So I'm so glad I'm here. I'm eager to learn. I spend half my time in Dallas, and I hail from Cleveland, so I'm in Cleveland often as well. And I'm already joined the groups. I'm excited to learn, to meet new people, to do all I can, to share all I have. And I'm just wanted to share my gratitude and just say thank you for me finally finding what I've been looking for. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, D Train. I like your energy. Welcome to this network, this side of the internet. Very, very happy you're here and look forward to your progress. Natanya, we're going to throw it to you next. Guys, we got about half an hour left, okay? I want to see hands raised, and we'll keep this momentum going. Welcome, Natanya. You are unmuted.
Welcome. Hi, everyone. I thank you today. My gratitude is that I thank God I woke up this morning. I thank God for being in this group, for the guidance, the leadership, the understanding, the reading of the documents. I'm just grateful. I cannot say how I'm not. But I have been going through my situation with the Tilda. I thank you for that information. That was very powerful. The Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton has responded. The Attorney General has responded. The FDIC has responded. So I've been really working on the back end a lot of doing all those documents. I submitted my ESs and Ds for 21, 22, 23, 24. But I haven't seen it on my transcript yet. I'm just working. I'm just working on the back end, trying to get things done. I submit all types of forms, 56, 28, 48. I have my CAF number. So I'm just thankful and grateful. And I thank you all for your leadership and your guidance. And I yield.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Natanya. Okay, the floor is open. I'm not going to harass people anymore about raising their hands because they're not going to listen anyway. So,
I'm grateful for a lot of things. This
welcome,
is G-Man.
What's up, bro?
Hey, so yeah, I'm grateful. Yeah, I got a return filed last week for the ES and Vs, and it's my ES and V was on my transcript, and the return I sent to them via Free Tax USA was accepted. The feds accepted it, so that's exciting. I'm super excited for that. And I did A and T Bs for the trust. I did not file a 1041 yet, but my A and T Bs were also accepted, so I'm grateful for that. Yeah, and so this is the year. This is the time is now. It's like get it done. Get in the books, get it done. If you don't know, ask somebody. Somebody in this Recouper share will know. go to your study buddy groups. Some channels are there for a reason, actually, in my group that I'm in, I actually put my number in there. So if anybody had a pressing question, nobody was answering at the moment, and I'm available, I would definitely answer it if I'm available. But yeah, thank you. I thank everybody for everything. I mean, Kim Marie, 903, you, Days. I mean, everybody here, everybody, Gwendolyn, everybody. Everybody's just like so helpful, and it's a community of helping and receiving, and it's not one way. It's not about hey, I can charge for this. Let me go do that. No, that's not. If we've come across that a few times. Actually, I have too as well. I get people in here trying to sell me shit, and I'm like, hey, no, I'm not even. I just block them. I do. But yeah, if anybody comes across that, please let one of the administrators know and take care of it. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. Thank y'all.
Thank you, G-Man. And that is good advice. It's like there's a lot of people out there basically running their own little business, trying to trick you and tempt you. So be on the lookout for that. Conduct yourself accordingly. Be smart. We're going to throw it to Sonia. Welcome, Sonia. Please unmute. How are you?
Hey, all I got to say is freaking badass. I'm so pumped right now because we just got back home after having a TAS appointment this afternoon. Drove a bit away to get to it since it was today and we made the appointment yesterday. My husband he had gotten a letter just to bring in his 1040 and some other items to primarily verify his identity. And he hasn't filed himself in years and years. And he went in and I went with him and it was pretty smooth sailing, had just some edits on an old address that they still had lingering on his records. So we just had to update some of that, which we submitted at 8822 back in January. And they still had our old address. So that's one thing just to keep in mind that you might want to do if you haven't filed in a bit and have an old address, you might want to update that. And I think you can fax that one. And but everything went smooth and she like gave him the bookmark of approval. She handed over a bookmark with a phone number and all that stuff on it and said you successfully verified and you should expect a return in the mail within 9 weeks. We did request for a possible expediting utilizing the 911 form. And funny enough, the woman that works at the TAS office didn't even know what the 911 form was. And I said, it's a TAS office form. And she's like, I have no idea. But she was very nice and we were very pleasant with her. You always got to remember, use their name because it's the most beautiful thing anyone can hear is their own name. Be friendly, be professional, have all your papers in order. And she even noted that we came very prepared and had all of our stuff in order. And so the biggest part of this is for those of you who want to be skeptical about the ES&V and I'll just put it frankly, the bullshit that people are spreading around. It's don't get yourself into fear and doubt. Just study and understand what you're doing. I'm going to say it over and over. Understand what you're doing and all the things to support what you're doing with a knowing. And that knowing comes from like the God within, right? And you just know. So when you feel that, then move and don't do anything rushed or in desperation, even though I know we all have had those moments of where fear can cripple us in the moments, and we just got to trust. We got to trust God. And I'm just grateful right now. He put through, and I did it with only the ES and V. We have many A's and BBs to be filed, but I didn't want to hold up the return by clogging up the funnel with too many forms, being that it was his first filing after some bits. So after thinking it through, I made the decision to just do ES and V for him. No income reported, no W-2, no nothing like that. Because I know people ask that all the time. It was just a $1 in there just to put something in like we were instructed. We did do something I did just because I felt like it was right. It was utilizing stamp duties. So we did everything as instructed, as Kimmery has showed us over and over and over, on the 1040E, S, and the V, front and back. And on top of that, what I added in addition, and it was just something that came up for me, was I put a dollar stamp for each voucher, right? On the back below the signature, canceled the stamp with a thumbprint, did the date and signature kind of over it and whatnot. So we added a stamp duty, and I think I even put like a thumbprint on the front of mine just for good measure, and added my CAF numbers. But I'm just trying to think of things that people might be wondering if you're in the process right now. But other than that, yeah, I think a really good letter of intent is very, very important. And because it's not just a letter of intent, it's a letter of instruction where Kimmery was saying this yesterday, or I don't know, one of these days this week, that, and it's something I always think about is when we're sending papers off to these people, just like I found today, is this woman in the tax office didn't even know what a 911 form was. So these people that are working their jobs, we have to have grace with them sometimes and help them out, right? And they don't always know the lingo. We even heard a guy in the booth next to us at the tax office that was talking about negotiable instruments, and he was saying A for V and FRNs, and he was just blurting out all this stuff, but he was just being a little bit too aggressive, where I can understand his frustration. But the woman was just like, sir, I don't even know what language you're speaking to me. Like, the woman at the IRS office doesn't understand FRNs and all these friggin' numbers we throw out because we study this shit from sun up to sundown. But, have some grace. And when you think of that on the other end, prepare to write your letter of instruction clearly referencing where you sent the ES, where you sent the V, what it's to be attached to. Think of everything to basically write out the map for them to say, this is what I did here, this is for this, any kind of notes, what's enclosed. All of these things are so important because you never know who's going to be on the other receiving end of it. So I think that is a huge part of it because I was a stickler about it when I sent his stuff in. But that's my win for the day. Sorry to be long-winded, but figured I'd be thorough in my explanation. And I hope that helps somebody. And I just want to say thank you to all of our Recouper family. Y'all know who you are. Thank you guys. Love you. And that is it.
Thank you, Sonia. That was not long-winded at all. And I'm so glad that you
Super powerful. Woohoo!
that you got that taken care of. And that is very funny to hear overhear some guy in the office, the TAC office, talking about negotiable instruments. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
Getting all belligerent obviously is not really going to be very
he's
effective.
saying, it's been since 2019 I sent this and I haven't heard anything. I said I did this 9 months ago and where's my receipt? And she's like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I agree with everything you said about a really, really clear, good letter of intent. And I want to say this, and Kim Marie, if this isn't true, I want you to correct me, but I kind of heard this the other day and it sort of resonated with me. It's like we use the term filing our taxes, right? Hey, have you filed your taxes for this year? Well, yes, we're taking a 1040 or a 1041 and we're sending all this stuff in, right? But like even what we traditionally call filing our own taxes, it's really just a report at the end of the day, right? It's the IRS who gets the reports in whatever form they are, looks everything over, deciphers the intent, and then they do the filing. They're the ones who are actually doing the filing, right? So everything about our relationship with the IRS is one of, it's just all reporting. It's reporting, reporting our intent, making our intent abundantly clear. And we want to be as accurate as possible so that the paperwork speaks for itself. But I also think, I love the idea of a super easy to understand. It's like literally a tutorial for the person who gets your packet in the mail. It's like, I did this. This goes here. This goes there. This is why I did this. I use these forms. I chose not to use these forms for this reason. Maybe even keep it all one page, super simple. But is that accurate, guys? Am I saying this right? We don't file taxes. We report, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for
Absolutely.
me, like when I say I filed my taxes, that means I got them done and they're in my filing cabinet and other filed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I say now? It's like, how Kimberly uses the analogy of captaining our own ship, right? So I look at it as, okay, if I'm the captain of this ship, I need to tell them how to operate because they obviously don't always know everything. So we're supposed to be able to administer over our estate, our trust matters and things like that, and understand what we're doing so that we can then relay that to them because we can't always rely on them to know what the heck they're doing. But have good reason behind it. So it can't be like just, the word they like to throw out, frivolous. But anyways.
Yep. It's all
Yeah.
reporting from
Yeah,
top
that's
to
a
bottom.
term. That frivolous term is not one I haven't come across yet with anything I've ever filed. I don't know.
It's also interesting too, the just doing a little bit of stamp duty with the ESs and the Vs. I imagine that can't possibly hurt, right? But I like it. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Dollar stamp on each one just for the hell of it, Okay, guys, we got 13 minutes left. Okay. I don't know if anybody from the leadership team wants to make any statements. If somebody really wants to raise their hand and come up, we are running out of time. Kim Marie, Jeremy, I don't know if anybody wants to punctuate our session for today. So let me know what you
Mammy,
guys want to
you
do.
have anything to report? She might not be able to come to her mic.
Hello, family. First and foremost, gratitude. Gratitude for being in this place, time that has brought us together. I'm grateful for all the knowledge that in this past 6 months has been given to me freely. The love, the appreciation, the acknowledge that I deserve and that everybody deserves. And the learning, navigating areas that never in my wildest dream would have I thought I was going to take over from my accountant. And I feel so empowered, and not in an arrogant or egocentristic way. This comes from a very humble place. I'm so grateful to the Lord for the free will that we all share, and this selfless love and encouragement to do it for you. I can never thank Kimmery enough. And I was laughing in a good way with love and gratitude when one of the sisters told her that she's a badass bitch. And I'm telling you, because I respect her so much, I don't want to say it, but I said with love because she is, and I love her and I appreciate her and I embrace her journey. And I'm so blessed to be part of her winning team, because we are winners, guys. We ain't playing no games no more. It's already done. I said that a while back. So as I'm navigating my filings for my taxes, because I haven't filed taxes since 20, my last filing was 2021. So I came across a form that I want to share with you guys that I'm reading right now. I'm reading the instructions. And what is so intriguing is that I haven't counted the times, but credits, it's all over it. Claim your credits, get your credits, your credits, your credits. It's all about credits. And the form is 3,800. I cannot thank enough to the Lord for every day, for Jeremy, for making this a safe space for us to come together and give us that protection that we needed to voice what is right, what has been hidden from us, and for not shutting us down, for giving us that safest place where if it works, if we comes with the receipts that work for us, they will make a space in Recoupers to hear your voice. So it's so much going on, guys. I'm so grateful for Kimmery encouraging me to open the Lion's Den. Each and every member there is loved and appreciated. My sisters, each and every one of you, my brothers, because that's how I see you guys, as family. I had never felt so empowered and so in control of my life and my finances. And it can get lonely. It can get lonely. But it's so worth it, because when you are lonely, you get to communicate with the highest power. And that's when the magic happens, guys. I want to encourage everyone here working on their A's and B's to be careful throughout the process from the beginning. As everybody knows, nobody here came with the full knowledge of the tax area, right? So be careful as you go through the material that it's has been shared. And if you're new, make sure you run your A's, double B's through someone or with someone that have already filed and they have gone through. Because there is a lot of templates out there. Okay. And I just want to make sure that you double check everything that you put in the boxes, that you understand what you're doing, and to make sure before you submit it, you know what are you submitting. This comes from a place of love. I cannot thank the Lord enough. Days, you are amazing. You are my hero, dude. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love your dry humor. I embrace it with love and gratitude. Kimmery, I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. Robin, thank you for reaching out to me and making me see that it takes a badass bitch to walk into a courtroom and demand your rights. And I have so much respect for you. So much respect for you. And I love you. I want you to know that I love you very, very much. For opening the door so I can get to know you and have conversations with you. And I appreciate you guys so much. Carissa, Gwendolyn, I love you, sis. I'm humbled to say that I admire you guys so much. I cannot wait for to get to December to see how far we have come. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Mamink. And guys, we're basically at the point in our session right now where we're going to start wrapping it up. I don't know if anybody wants to make a closing statement. I'll just say a few things. For the moment, it's like, everybody's focusing on their own little niche, right? But just keep going, keep leveling up. If you're studying the 1099s, learn everything there is about it, and be able to show competence, be able to answer every single question about every little detail of the forms that you're intending to utilize for one reason or another. Keep studying, read every single day. Pull up that manual, pull up those instructions every single day. Just keep getting better, guys. Keep leveling up. That's an order. All right, one last shot. If anybody else from leadership wants to say anything, and then we're going to invite someone from the gallery up for a quick closing prayer. Yeah, if somebody wants to raise their hand and take care of that for us, close us out. We need a volunteer from the audience. All right, here we go. Yun Lee, welcome. Take it away. Close us out. Close our session out. Recoupers.
I'm gonna say, glory to the Father and to the Son and Holy Spirit. Amen and hallelujah.
All right, that was
Amen and
perfect.
hallelujah. And thank you for that. Beautiful.
Short and sweet.
Yes. I was in and out, but thank you everyone. And then I will do the testimony next week.
Do you have something you wanted to squeeze in? I mean,
Oh yeah, I can squeeze it in. I was somehow Telegram is in and out. I couldn't do anything. This week the Kimari 369 groups are helping me so much, and then strategizing my bankruptcy and court cases, everything. They help me, and Carissa stay up late to helping me to fill out the forms. And I'm just a follow through, and I send it out all my non-decision letter to Treasury and Attorney General and Secretary in my state. So I'm alive. And thank you, all of you, to helping me out. And I'm really appreciated and gratitude to all of you. And we creating principality of what we say, army of God, rescuing people and recouping. And amen.
amen to that. Thank you so much, Yun Lee. All right, guys. That's basically it. Just a reminder, we will be back at the same time, same place next week. Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here, right where you're at right now. Recoupers Saturday, every Saturday. Shout outs to Jeremy, okay, 903, for creating this network, and big ups to Jeremy. Big ups to everyone else. I will be packaging and putting together the replay for this video. It will be in the archives of the main Recoupers Telegram. So keep an eye out for that. That should hit probably later this evening, maybe sooner. And have a great week, everyone. We will see you next time.